Hey, hello, how are you? I am Burke, and you're watching Road Odyssey. This is a follow-up video after having done my street racing in Dallas, Texas video a while back, and thought I'd update you a little bit with information from Fox 4 News, NBC, DFW, Channel 5, Texas Tribune, and cheating off of a local YouTube channel. So here we go. Alright, before getting too deep into this video, let's have an example of a street race and an example or two of takeovers. Now, some people think street racing and takeovers are no big deal. Here are some quotes I found. Quote unquote, they're peacefully protesting. Leave them alone. They're not protesting anything. There's no protest. They're out having what they think is having fun. Now here is one of my favorite quotes in reference to takeovers. This is a bunch of retards blocking intersections, drifting in circles, and running each other over. Peaceful protesters don't break the law and aggravate the police. Here's how they tend to treat our police. This is a serious topic. They hold up the police from doing their job. They damage property. They injure people, sometimes even killing people. And yet they will blame the police and society for any of their behaviors. Documented cases of deaths due to takeovers and street racing still continues, pretty much everywhere, but it's very often reported both in California and in Dallas, such as this. Now, I can give a little in regards to having fun in the streets. So many respectable car enthusiasts do enjoy having a quick 0 to 60 or fast pulls out on the highways or on the back roads, and they tend to be fairly safe when they do this. But there's a point at which these groups of young adults, if you can even call them adults, just are really being quite dangerous and, not thinking about the repercussions of their actions, how it can not only affect them and our society, but God, it makes our car community look really bad. So here's some of these examples of bad behaviors. Here they are laughing and enjoying themselves while they are in a tunnel blocking traffic, and with this big truck trying to get through, who his livelihood is moving freight, but these kids don't care. These people might think that doing donuts in the middle of a parking lot or an intersection is just the greatest thrill in the world. But joining the armed services or the fire departments, police departments, things like that are much more thrilling and mature and help society as opposed to creating chaos and deteriorating society. You can see how they're being quite unsafe. This is how some of these kids are getting killed. And here's a great example of a kid on the roof of this Dodge. And he does eventually get thrown off the car, but luckily he comes out okay. Thank heavens for that. But it is a great example of stupidity. have a couple of questions for you. But first, I want you to know I read a lot of articles and saw a lot of videos from, these news agencies and such. And they will all tell you that social media is feeding the motivation for a lot of these drivers and car enthusiasts to participate in these street races and takeovers. They think it's really cool. And so, with that in mind, do you think YouTubers have the right to video these events? Videos like blocked cops for 30 minutes or drunk driver totaled truck. What great videos. Sure, why not? It's legal. So I don't have a problem with that. Do you think YouTubers are organizing these events for their own purposes? Not really. I really don't think they are that much. I just think they're capitalizing on it, and why not? So, but my real question is coming to this. Should YouTubers profit off of these illegal activities? I think that's wrong. Just my opinion. There's a lot of things in this world that people profit off of, and this is one of them. I don't think it's morally and ethically correct, and it's not socially cool for anybody to profit off of illegal activities. So that's just my opinion. What do you think? I won't tell you who this is. He is in Dallas, and he is quitting his job in order to make money off of YouTube and sensationalizing street racing and takeovers. So, really, these documentations from YouTube of takeovers, to me, are simply parasitic in nature, and it makes the popularity of illegal activities just worse, and they sensationalize all this stuff and pump people up, and, it's a thrill. Well, it might be for a little while. You will eventually get bored of it, I hope. But if you promote illegal activities, you should be liable for your actions and fined or sentenced for them. So all these people who are organizing these takeovers and street racing, be careful. Now, consider that the videos for these illegal activities, I personally think it could eventually be regulated. So kind of like pornography or something like that. So consider what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you present it. So there you go. There's an opinion from me. Yahoo. Now Dallas is doing what most, police departments would do. They're putting together curfews. They fine and penalize drivers, tow their cars away, give them tickets. They're ticketing spectators, and they'll even fine, store owners who might be aware of the events. The Dallas police is also using a lot of resources and money, handing out flyers to citizens who they're probably preaching to the choir. I doubt this is doing hardly any good at all. They just need to enforce laws and, be smarter and learn how to play chess with these kids and, do smart policing. One thing that has struck a lot of people as being very odd has been this $7 million budget cut for the Dallas Police Department, which has really turned out to be a reallocation of funds that is going into areas that are a little bit questionable. So while people want more policing, the police department is saying, oh, people don't want us to fund the police department anymore. They want us to use our money in different places. So to me, it's a mess, and I hope they figure it out. Street racing and takeovers tend to ruin much of the police's attitude towards higher powered sports cars. It marks them as targets for the police to hassle and or ticket, right or wrong, such as my trip with the 5 Shelby Mustangs to Mount Pleasant. We were getting tailgated and passed by a variety of cars that never got pulled over. We got targeted, and one of the Mustangs got pulled over. Just not right. Since about 2014, more and more cars were being equipped and are being equipped with black boxes. These devices record and store crash data in the event of an accident. Under regulations adopted by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the recorders must record 15 data inputs, including engine RPM, steering, the length and severity of the crash, and the braking during the crash. The data on these devices are difficult to access and require special equipment. Taking these devices off of your car might be a very big fine or other large penalties, so you better be careful with these. But these things may end up being something that the police will use more and more in the future. Street racing and maybe takeovers have been going on for decades. One thing that the kids don't understand is that they do this street racing and takeovers as a form of their own freedoms. It's great to be free and do really wild and crazy things, but the more that they do this, the more our government wants to take away our freedoms. This is a very precarious balance. So our behaviors can threaten our freedoms. Please be careful. I believe I'm going to exit at this point. This video is completely cooked. Hope you get the gist of what I'm trying to say in this video. Give me any comments down below and give me a thumbs up if you like this sort of thing. I appreciate your time in watching this video. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.